in a week, well sooner. The heat has dehydrated and killed us. Where would the heat come from? Our bodies. That's Sherry Bella. I know you won't have a clue what I'm saying, Sherry, but that's fact, mate. That's why when you lock 60 people in a container and it doesn't get opened, they puke off the heat from their bodies. You don't puke from the weather. If it's freezing cold outside and you've got 60 bodies in that small space without air, they burn. Honest. You start losing the breath eventually, but only because of the heat of the bodies. Anyway, let's get away from that. Can't say you learn something here. You learn something everywhere you go. You just got to listen. Listen and open your eyes. It's like if you're going to bury a body, plunge it 12 times in its torso and go and throw it in water. That's it, it'll sink. And the water will remove all evidence in 3 days. So when you see these bodies getting thrown in canals, getting thrown in rivers, there's a reason why the killers put them there. Why? Because the current of water going through them removes every last bit of evidence, no matter what it is, doesn't matter how minute it is, takes it right off. It could be seen within inside the body, it's gone because of the water. That's why they throw them in the canals. Straight up. If you just throw a dead body, wrap him up, throw him in with lead boots on, like they used to say, he'll float to the top. Why? Because the body's a vessel. It's got loads of chambers in there, and then chambers fill up with gas, and that gas makes the body rise to the surface, just like anything else that's inflatable. That's why you plunge it beforehand to release the gases so it stays at the bottom and doesn't get you for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You've got people buried already in the city of Liverpool under apartment blocks that gangsters have built. Serious. Them ones you see go missing, don't ever hear of them again. They're under the floor. Honest, it's not just in the movies, that shit, mate. It's not just in the movies, that, mate. Don't think that doesn't happen, that is mad. Hey, mad. But it's saying the world could be crooked. The world is crooked. This part, this enclosed space we're locked in, is full of fungus. Unfortunately, we haven't got a clue what we've done in our past life to be stuck here. I don't believe we've done anything. I believe we're a rare source of something to the whole earth, and we're locked in. And our consciousness and our ideas and our way of being have been getting observed, psychologically viewed, everything, so they can steal it and become something to take our real people to war. This is the way I think. It's not because I'm drunk. We're controlled by a different breed, us. And all our consciousness and all our energy and all our levels of greatness and ideas and creativeness and all this. So when you're looking at tellies and all this, these are our ideas, not theirs. So our people, you see our people, not them, not the kings and all, these aren't our people. This is what you need to get across. You see our people that I believe exist beyond the ice wall. The next level beings. And that's what we are. We're next level beings. And the shit these cunts who aren't like us feed us, inject us with, condition us with, and all this keeps us away from that powerful thing. We're next level, all of us. Every one of us here is next level. Them cunts up there that dominate the earth as you see it. These men, your Trumps, your Netanyahus, your King Charleses, all these elites, it doesn't matter if it's Saddam Hussein, it doesn't matter if it's Gaddafi, they were all elite fighting with each other, and we're getting killed in the process. That's how it is. That's the way it's been since you're born. Now they know this, and they know what we are. Therefore we're a different breed, us. We're a different breed. That's why we see the pain. That's why we've got empathy for loads of people getting killed around the world. They haven't. They're doing that. If they've got to kill us tomorrow, they will. They just slaughtered every homegrown Ukrainian in Ukraine over the last 5 years. The only ones that have survived is the elite. Their kids, their nephews, their siblings, their bloodlines. All the other bloodlines gone. The men, the seed planter, dead. The other men that are going to replace them are going to be immigrants from wherever the fuck they are now, coming in from Germany, coming in from France, coming in from Italy, all flooding Ukraine. And just because coming from Germany, France and Italy doesn't mean that German, French and Italian. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Breeding, planting them seeds in all them Ukrainian young women. They're breeding us as if we're ants. And they're the ant fucking collectors. The breeding is like we're bees, and they're the beef, they're the one that control the hives. And this isn't off your barnet talk, this is like, it's a different way of painting the picture, so you can understand it better. That makes sense to you? Think about it, mate. I'm not going there because I'm going to leave all that, man. I know what's going on with us. I'm not going to keep on screaming at you because you think I'm fat. But the seed I've planted in you all this year and the year before and the year before, they're all going to grow. You're going to come back round and revisit that shit and go, you know what? I'm starting to think like this now. He's right, years ago he was saying this. You know, you're locked in an open air prison. And they're removing the white face from this European way of life that they want us all to participate in. There's no white in multiculture. There's no white in multi-ethnic backgrounds and multi-ethnic communities. White doesn't exist. So what you're seeing step by step right through Europe is the white people being displaced, the white people being challenged. All the advertisements on your television sets, the media, the main, the elite's profile, the elite's way of conditioning us. You're seeing white birds with black men, white birds with Pakistan men, white birds with Chinese men. You're not seeing white men with a black woman, white men with a Pakistani woman, white men with a Chinese woman on your telly breeding. You know, the white community's getting diluted from an angle. You've got every type of immigrant preying on our white women, and the elite know this is happening, and the elite are letting this happen. The majority of the slappers on your estate that's being fought by all your locals, why? Because they were dirty rats growing up. They're banging immigrants already, they're having kids to immigrants already. Them little scrubbers are the ones that are being neglected by the communities and fucked off. They're the ones that are breeding with the immigrants. Why? Because the immigrants showed it a little bit of love. Why? Because he wants to stay here forever, so he needs kids. So when immigrants come in, the first bit of advice is have a child and you'll stay here. That's why you're seeing kids everywhere with immigrants in prams everywhere. It's the first thing they're told off a legal advisor, an immigration solicitor. Have a child, he can't kick you out. There's other things telling me you're Christian and you're from this Muslim country, you can't go back there because you'll be killed. That's another thing they use. I know this from jail. They're only talking about this now. I know all these tactics from 10, 15 years ago. These cunts are only just speaking about it now, the tactics they're using. They're only just speaking about the foreign workers in prisons. I've been telling you from the get-go, Tony Blair just destroyed the prison system with foreign employment. Destroyed the NHS with foreign employment. destroyed everywhere with immigration and foreign employment. That's what Tony Blair done. Everywhere, every industry, every sector of government, everything, the prison system, the health system, the just everything saturated with immigrants that were coming over where they'd gained. So see in America now, you've got all these Somalian mad shit going on. You've had that shit going on in this country for the last 30 years. So you've had distant learning courses done from distant learning colleges. So for example, in Liverpool back in the day, you had, the way Tony Blair done it for them, this is how he done it for them, this is how Tony Blair done it for them. He done it so they could open colleges in Nigeria and get funded from this country to gain the qualification. And as soon as they gain the qualification, come over here and get a job and housing and employment straight away. And that's what they done. So straight away in Nigeria and these other heavy militant, controlled areas and governments, they were able to just register a college in Nigeria and say it's got 100 pupils in it. And then they can get 100 people off the estate and give them fake qualifications and say all these have qualified. Then them 100 people with the fake paperwork was coming over here. They couldn't even speak English. Majority of them went into the prison system that usually was NHS staff. All of a sudden now you've got the private sector with all these Nigerian immigrants that can't even speak your language trying to put a plaster on your cut. You shouldn't even know what the fuck she's doing. This isn't hating. This is all fact. This is how it went down, This is not hating. That's how it's gone down. Some of you haven't got a clue because you haven't been involved in your mind with it. I've just ended up in mad spaces because of the environment it's in and the shit that's coming at me. I end up thinking about all this stuff years ago. And you're only hearing them talking about it now. If they take the foreign workers out of the prison system, it'll crumble. But they're not telling you. And this is what they do. They're gaslighting you with these shouts. So listen, look. If we close the door on immigration, we'll lose 40% of doctors and nurses from the NHS. The only reason then 42% was employed in the first place was to cater for the illegal immigration. If you get rid of the illegal immigration, all them doctors can fit them. They were only employed to cater for the illegal immigration. It's the same with the prison system. If we kick these people out that shouldn't be in the country that's working in the prison system and the visas have run out but they're still working in the prison system, the government's just give them all a buy. We've given them all a buy. Why? Because if we kick these out, the prison system will collapse. No, it won't. They were only hired because it's jammed with illegal immigrants. You get rid of the 11,000 illegal immigrants, that's filling 6, 7, 8 full prisons up right now. Listen, you've got 140 prisons in this country. 9 of them are full to the brim with illegal immigrants. That's the way you look at the numbers. If you remove them 9 prisons out the system with the staff that needs to fund them, then everything falls back on board again, doesn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? So they're gaslighting every cunt. If you look, the waiting room figures in the NHS are through the roof. You go in any waiting room, you go in any single waiting room, and you're looking at 95% immigration. You get rid of them, you've got no waiting lists. They're only just screaming now, oh, the new houses are going to be getting given to immigrants. They've been doing that for 30 years. Immigrants have been getting put to the top of the housing list for 30 years. Isn't it? Remove the immigrants, then all those homegrown people won't be 10,005 on the fucking waiting list. Why? Because you've got 6,005 immigrants above us. Everything, isn't it? But but it's all on purpose. And why are they doing it? Because they can. Why can they doing it? Because you've had dickheads like Tommy Robinson leading your way, deliberately stalling your action, deliberately preventing your anger from overflowing the way it should have years ago.